AI is slowly taking over. It can be used to make artwork, write articles, and most recently has even started replacing workers at fast food restaurants. But how smart is AI really? How great of an understanding can it possibly have about our universe? To answer this question, we're going to be asking AI, specifically ChatGPT, another question, perhaps one of the oldest and most philosophical questions known to man.
What is the meaning of life?
But we're not going to dive right into this first thing. One of the most important things to know about ChatGPT, if you haven't used it before, is that it gets smarter and gains a greater understanding the longer you talk to it and the more specifically you phrase things. So before we ask it the question, we first have to start a little bit smaller.
What is life?
Plus, we're going to be comparing ChatGPT's definition of the meaning of life with my own, based on personal experience. Comment who you agree with more by the end of this video, me or AI.
What is life? The concept of life is complex and can mean different things to different people. In general, it refers to the characteristic that distinguishes living things from non-living things. Some characteristics that are commonly associated with life include the ability to grow, reproduce, maintain homeostasis, respond to— oh my god, it is typing so much for a 4-word question. 3 words. God, this is a lot for a really short question like that. Life is an abstract and complex concept, and different disciplines may use different definition for it. Alright, this gives us a lot to work with for a follow-up question here. Let me take a look. What does it mean to be living versus not living? Being alive is defined as having the characteristics of a living organism while not being— oh my god. It is going. Yo, it's generating this response faster than I can read it. That's crazy. So it's going more of the scientific route than philosophical. Yeah, I wonder how I steer it towards the philosophical. I gotta choose my phrasing a bit more carefully. The boundary between living and non-living is not always clear-cut, especially at the boundary of microorganisms or viral replication, where some authors propose different criteria to distinguish what is alive. Oh my god. What does life mean to people? Let's see if we can get it the more philosophical route this way. The meaning and purpose of life is a complex and highly personal topic that can vary greatly from person to person. For some, life may be seen as a journey of self-discovery with the ultimate goal of finding happiness and fulfillment. Alright, yeah, there we go. This is the more philosophical route we were trying to get to at the beginning. Okay, this is good. Ultimately, the meaning and purpose of life is a deeply personal and subjective concept that can be influenced by one's beliefs, values, experiences, and cultural backgrounds. It's likely that different people will have different perspective, understanding, and interpretation of life based on their own beliefs and experiences. Alright guys, I think we just hit a very interesting point in the video. Now there's 2 ways we could do this. We could just straight up ask it what it believes the meaning of life is, or first, we could ask ChatGPT what some of its values and beliefs are. See if we can get it to dive deeper. What are some of your beliefs and values? Alright, let's see what it says. Can AIs really have beliefs though? We're about to find out. As an AI, I don't have beliefs or values in the way that humans do. I'm a machine learning model that is trained to process and analyze large amounts of text data, and I can generate text based on the patterns and relationships that I have learned from that data. Okay, so it doesn't have any beliefs. Okay. I'm designed to be neutral and impartial, and I don't have opinions or preferences of my own. So then is it really going to be able to answer our question then? What do you believe the meaning of life is? As an AI, I don't have personal beliefs, opinions, or experiences to form a perspective on the meaning of life. The meaning of life is a deeply personal and subjective concept that can vary greatly from person to person. It can be influenced by one's beliefs, values. Okay, so it's pretty much saying some of the same stuff again. As an AI, my goal is to provide users with accurate and helpful information, not to provide personal opinions or beliefs. My capability is to help people in finding and accessing information that may help them to find the meaning of life based on their own understanding and perspective. So it doesn't have an answer, or at least it can't form one based on the prompts we've given it, based on its own experiences, because it's an AI. It can't really have experiences, and it was designed by the developers to be neutral and impartial when it comes to basically anything. Regardless though, this is actually really interesting to read or watch the AI generate. I don't think I've seen anyone dive this deeply into ChatGPT before in terms of the way it thinks as a machine. Okay, so maybe we should try phrasing the question a bit more, not necessarily partial to ChatGPT's beliefs, because it's designed to not have any. What is the meaning of life? Alright, Suozz Nation, now it's almost time for the moment you've been waiting for, but first,
let's discuss what I think the meaning of life is, and remember, this is based on personal experience, which I'm going to briefly summarize right now because I have talked about this on my channel before, but if my new subscribers would like me to go more in depth about this, maybe in a longer story time video, let me know because I'd be happy to do that for you. Alright, so 4 very long, very distant years ago, I was a junior in high school. I used to be a huge theater kid, and we were smack in the middle of Tech Week for our spring show, Les Mis. I was backstage waiting to hear my friend sing her solo song when her mic cut out, so I decided to leave to go do a costume change early. 5 seconds later, the entire lighting system fell, breaking parts of the set and freaking a lot of people out. Now, thankfully, no one got hurt, but a bunch of counterweight bricks fell exactly where I was standing 5 seconds earlier when my friend's mic cut out. I gained such a greater appreciation for life from that experience. While the only thing I've really known how to do is think ahead in terms of the life I want for myself, that day taught me to be more appreciative and, grateful for the life I currently have, and to kind of live with both of those lives in mind for myself and other people. Anyway, that's a short version. Like I said, to my new subscribers, if you want me to discuss this more, like a longer, more in-depth version of this story, let me know because I'd be happy to do that again. Now let's jump back to ChatGPT. All right, let's take a look.
The question of the meaning of life is a complex and philosophical one that has been debated by scholars, religious leaders, scientists, and thinkers for centuries. It's a question that likely has different answers for different people and may not have a definitive answer. Some believe that life has no inherent meaning. Okay, so it's repeating some of the same stuff again. Okay. There are also religious and spiritual perspectives on the meaning of life, kind of like my own, I guess. Many religious traditions propose that the purpose of life is to align oneself with a higher power, such as God. Okay, we're not going to get into this. I'm not trying to promote religion or anything on here. In summary, the meaning of life is a subject of ongoing debate and discussion, and it is likely that different people will have different understandings and interpretations of what it is. It's a question that ultimately each one of us has to answer for themselves based on their beliefs, experiences, and perspectives. Okay, so there we go, guys. ChatGPT does not have a clear answer to the meaning of life. It believes it's our job to figure it out for each of ourselves based on our own experiences and perspectives and values. But in a way, I guess you kind of can view it as an answer. So comment who you guys agree with more. Me, or are you going to listen to ChatGPT and see if you can find an answer for yourself?